Long ago, in a kingdom where no one had to work for a living, people spent their days immersed in stories. Everywhere you went, you could find people either reading or listening to tales of adventure and romance. Yet despite this seemingly perfect life, the stories had begun to feel repetitive, and the people grew bored. The princess, Parcella, noticed this restlessness. Concerned, she resolved to bring new stories to her people. She bid farewell to her parents and set off on a journey to find fresh adventures. As Princess Parcella traveled deeper into her kingdom, the sun softened into a golden twilight, casting the sky into a canvas of brilliant colors. She needed a place to rest and saw a cozy wooden cabin. Upon approaching, she heard a cheerful whistle and introduced herself to a young woman named Phoebe, who lived there with her family. That evening, Phoebe invited the princess to stay. She told Parcella that she loved the woods because of the bird songs, which were the most beautiful sounds in the world. The next morning, they set out together to listen to the birds at dawn, and Phoebe shared her knowledge of the forest with the princess. As they walked through the woods, dark clouds gathered, signaling a storm. Phoebe, calm and knowledgeable, guided the princess to collect dry wood before the rain started. They speculated about the thunder, imagining it as the clash of great armies in the sky, with lightning being their swords. After the storm passed, the princess knew it was time to move on. She thanked Phoebe for the magical time they had spent together. Phoebe smiled, promising the princess that they would always be friends. Parcella continued on her journey, feeling enriched by her experience in the woods. Next, the princess arrived in a small village where she met a young man named Jaden. He was being scolded by his grandfather for dreaming of leaving the village to pursue a career as an architect in the city. The princess, seeing his passion, insisted he come with her to follow his dreams, promising to arrange for someone to care for his grandfather's farm. When they reached the city, the princess introduced Jaden to a master builder, who agreed to train him in the art of architecture. Parcella also arranged for the villagers to care for Jaden's grandfather, ensuring the old man wouldn't be lonely in his absence. While the princess was busy helping Jaden, she heard an old man in the village recounting a tale from his youth. 50 years ago, during a time of war, he had hidden hundreds of sacks of grain in a secret underground bunker, saving the village from starvation when the enemy raided their fields. His bravery had saved countless lives. The princess met Sylvia, a blind woman who made exquisite pottery despite her inability to see. Sylvia explained how she used her other senses to create her works of art, feeling the textures, hearing the sounds, and even smelling the clay. She showed the princess that life is an adventure filled with many ways of experiencing the world, not just through sight. The princess returned to her palace and gathered the people. Instead of new books or legends, she shared the real stories she had found on her journey. She told them of Phoebe's love for the birds, of Jaden's dream to build great structures, of the old man's bravery during the war, and of Sylvia's remarkable skills as a blind potter. The princess revealed her discovery, that every person in the kingdom held a story, every moment in life was an adventure, and the world around them was brimming with new tales. From that day forward, the people looked at life with renewed wonder. No longer did they rely on old stories, for life itself became the greatest story of all.